starting lineups brought to you by Jordan's. For a limited time, get free white glove delivery. Visit Jordan. Well, he already completed world domination when he was wearing that turtleneck.
That's right.
Now he works a 9 to 5 shift today as the Celtics control the opening tap, trying to do something we haven't seen in a while in this series and win a game at home. Tony Brothers, the crew chief, JB DeRosa, and Danica Baruti. Those are our officials tonight. As my step-up guy, Namish Kata scored.
From my step-up guy who dropped that dime. I'm looking for Tatum to have all-around game today. Outplayed Jalen Johnson, and look at him. Those two are matched up against each other.
Alexander Walker takes a technical free throw above 90% from the line this year. He's at 15 games. One of the hottest teams in the NBA, all the way up to 5th in the Eastern Conference.
Big test for them. I think they've acknowledged that.
There's Johnson having an all-NBA type season.
Yeah, probably a little too much overcommit on that dribble drive, but got to make sure you defend. Got to defend these guys. They can score it.
Now Kata driving on Okongwu, got him in the air and got fouled. The Hawks.
Kata early, and that's a smart decision.
Here's Tatum in the paint over McCollum for 2.
I like how he went quick. I have a size advantage. I'm going to use my skill right over the top.
Johnson thought about the 3, now switched on to Hauser. Hits it back from Dyson Daniels. Johnson tries again, hits again. 2 early threes for Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, Dyson Daniels, an elite defender, and Jalen Johnson can really hoop. So they got a good roster here.
Johnson, the rebound, he is a stat sheet stuffer supreme. 23 points, more than 10 rebounds, more than 8 assists per game. Dyson Daniels left it short. Shireman the rebound.
I've always been like Jason Tatum is the best wing rebounder in the league. Jalen Johnson. Oh, yeah! I can see that.
McCollum off balance, got fouled and got the shot. It counts.
And McCollum's a crafty scorer. You can use your body to knock a guy off you, but you can't extend the arm.
McCollum hits the 3. Remember, when they were here 2 months ago, they led by 20 after the first quarter.
Oh, they blitzed the C's. And they played with a lot of energy and swag. And remember, it was not that long after we dropped 52 on them in the second quarter. And I think they were embarrassed a little bit.
Celtics destroyed them in Atlanta. JB had 41 in his homecoming game. Shireman comes up short. Kata nearly had the rebound. Alexander Walker clears it. Johnson dangerous in the open floor. Good defense from Baylor Shireman. Okongwu doesn't get the bounce. Hauser runs into it. Dyson Daniels on the attack, bouncing. Johnson rejected by Kata. Shireman out the gate, sets it up for Hauser. See if Sam can get himself going. Struggled a little bit against Oklahoma City Wednesday, but made some big shots in that Celtics victory against a team with the best record in the league. The skip from White to Shireman. Pumps it. That's short.
They're taking a lot of threes for a team that gives up a ton of points in the paint.
That'll stick. Abby with the drive-by on Trae Young. He's chilling in D.C. wondering, what did I do? Well, we saw Quinn Snyder there. He is 1 win away from 500 for his career in the regular season, which would make him the 6th active coach to hit that benchmark. And a really smart guy. That's out of bounds off the Celtics. Hawks ball.
This whole turnaround, it's like everyone thinks it's
on team. The Atlanta Hawks had 41 at State Farm to help the Celtics embarrass them on their home floor. And then the Hawks came back a couple weeks later and handed it to the Celtics. This is a brotherhood matchup. Quinn Snyder's a Duke guy, so is Tatum and Jalen Johnson. JT off the mark with a 3.
We got to attack the paint a little bit more. I want to see how they respond to us getting to the paint.
And Celtics with 4 points in the paint. They've taken 6 threes, just 5-2s. Here is Johnson, operates, gets the bump. Late whistle on White.
I thought White, but Jalen Johnson, I used to think that Tatum was the best wing rebounder in the league. Jalen Johnson probably has that crown right now. No, without Jaylen Brown, we don't know how this game's going to unfold. There's a little bit of like, all right, let's see what we have. So let's get everybody in there. Let's find the guys who are playing energetic, find the guys who are hitting shots. Get everyone in there to kind of evaluate your team as you go.
Walsh getting the chance here is a DNP in 7 of the Celtics' last 9 games. See if he can give them a spark. And Gonzalez certainly doing that same with Luka, but they both nearly hit the deck, and Jalen Johnson lays it in.
Jalen Johnson.
You mentioned the numbers with him. On pace to become the 5th player in NBA history to average 22, 10, and 8 for a full season. Jokic, Westbrook, the Big O, and Wilt are the other 4. D. White shows the ball, kicks it out. Walsh. He drives. Now Ugo with 5. Luka Garza.
Oh, man.
Great hit ahead to Johnson. Gabe Vincent, the former Miami Heat and LA Laker, into Jonathan Kuminga. He missed it.
That's a good job by Garza. To the rim, please, to the rim.
Pritchard obliges. Called for the offensive foul. Vincent sold it a little bit.
Yeah, his arm was
Evan from beyond the arc. 5 to shoot. Pritchard. Mid-ranger wouldn't go. Luka Garza got a hand on it. So did Walsh. Extra opportunity. Ugo for Trace.
great job. Luka Garza on the offensive glass, and that creates 3 points for Ugo.
And creates some energy in the building. White forced to travel by Johnson. And he's climbing the leaderboard.
Oh!
How about Luka Garza for 2? Not a conventional alley-oop, but it works.
I thought Garza was going to throw that down.
Scal, I heard you dunked yesterday.
Oh, yeah, in the North End. It's my people. Scalabrini throwing it down against a 7-year-old.
Good for you, man. Getting your Marcus Johnson on. You still got it. White foul.
Did they show it on the gram?
I heard about it. To be honest with you, I wasn't sure if I believed it.
Like, I might have dunked this at the North End if you would have threw it up to me like this, but good job by Garza saying, you know what? I'll just make sure I get the deuce. No, we were playing knockout. You know, I missed my three-pointer, get it back, boom. Kid's going crazy.
Let's check the comforts of home presented by Bernie and Phil's. Save up 20% right now on Bernie and Phil's spring savings event. Mentioned this, but the road team in this series has won 5 games in a row. Jaylen Brown repping Atlanta. He's got the Braves hat on. The Hawks have won 5 of the last 7 in this series. Kuminga, the offensive rebound. Came over here in the Kristaps deal with Golden State. He got rejected by Walsh.
Oh, here we go.
Ugo pushing tempo.
I thought we were going to get an Ugo moment.
Pritchard off the flare. White pump and go to the basket. Puts it in.
That's the ball movement I'm talking about.
Stone Injury Lawyers, official injury law firm of the Boston Celtics. Injured? Better phone Stone.
So Atlanta's 2 points in the paint. We're only out of transition. But Atlanta shooting the ball from 3 very well. You see 5 for 11. That makes him 6 of 12. That's how Atlanta's staying in this game.
That was Mohamed Gay from straight on Pritchard. Blocked by Kuminga, but it counts on the goaltender.
That is the first time I've seen that. It's almost like a pistol action. Throw it ahead, and Pritchard, full head of steam. Never slowed down, never beer stepped. Nice play. Good little wrinkle for Joe out of the break.
Yeah, Pritchard is feeling it. Hit that buzzer beater at the rim in the first. There is McCollum on the drive over Tatum.
That should have been a foul on Kuminga. You can't screen a guy sideways. You got to be square.
A points for C.J. McCollum. Jalen Johnson still on the bench to begin the second quarter. Pritchard muscling inside. It'll be Celtics ball.
All right, let's go. Here's the buzzer beater. Love this crossover. And watch this play. Put some extra arc on it. You ain't getting that, Mohamed Gay.
Garza flashing. Tatum zips it over here to Hauser. Buzzed the tower of Tony Brothers with that pass. 5 on the timer. Pritchard loves these situations. In the lane again. That time Gay got the block. Too strong on the shot over here. Tatum with his 3rd rebound. Playing without Jaylen Brown for the first time this year. JT to the hole. Missed the shot. Garza. Not sure that's going to count. Foul. Looked like it was before the ball landed.
Told you? All that Duke degree stuff is overrated.
Now look, he might know the rule. He just didn't want Tatum to get free throws.
No, I guarantee it. I guarantee you he did not know.
Technically an unsuccessful challenge, so the Hawks lose their ability to challenge, and they lose the timeout. Kispert with a long 3. Was that the best trade in NBA history? They got McCollum and Kispert.
I'm still just blown away that he has an MBA and a law degree, and I got him on this rule. This is like, man, I'm on a generational run right now.
A lot of Duke guys involved in this game. They're currently playing against St. John's. Garza, the offensive rebound. He's fouled.
He's an animal, man. Garza's an absolute pursuit animal. Look at his timing on going after this ball. He's spacing for Tatum, and then right there, he is relentless.
It's already 2 offensive rebounds for Garza. It's his interminable effort and energy, and his timing and his instincts. All of that rolled into one makes him such a great offensive rebound.
See, if I knew what that word was, then my generational run would have continued. But I don't know what that word means.
Interminable. It never ends. It can't be terminated. Unlike Quinn Snyder's MBA and law degree, which they just took away after. No, we kid. We kid. They might have known the rule.
No, there's no way. They were all shocked. Tatum's all over the glass. Love his defense.
5 boards for JT. Celtics down by 7 early second quarter. Draws a couple. Knocked out of bounds by Atlanta, one of the best deflection teams in the NBA.
The best thing to happen to Tatum right now. Like, he is like driving this bus right now, and it's great to see.
Pritchard catch and stepped out of bounds. Basket doesn't count.
Out of bounds violation, Atlanta ball.
Dick Lipe, who gets that turnover? Pritchard?
Yes, his 2nd of the game. Still one of the best assist to turnover guys in the NBA. That number at almost 4. Blocked by Walsh. Pritchard goes down. Kispert launches. Missed it. Tatum with another rebound.
All over the glass, JT is.
He's the trailer here. Loops it over to Pritchard for 3. Timeout, Quinn Snyder. It might be the Pritching hour in the first half here, folks.
It all fell apart, but it's just been normal since.
Pritchard has now scored in double figures in 6 consecutive games. His longest streak since January. 5 to shoot. Walsh gets it back to Pritchard. In the paint, gets 2 more.
I mean, Pritchard's relentless. He just keeps moving around. Is that a turnover? Oh, hot shot.
Walsh almost had him.
For the Celtics, number 55, Baylor Shireman back into the game, replacing number 0, Jason.
JB missing his 8th game of the year. Celtics 6-1 without the MVP candidate this season. Well, most of those games were against lottery teams. This is not a lottery team. Atlanta 5th in the Eastern Conference. Celtics on the comeback trail. Can tie or take the lead here.
How are we going to fabricate points without Tatum? That's the question right now.
White also on the bench here. Pritchard has taken this game over. Out to Hauser. Kispert closed out. Late shot clock. Hauser off 1 foot. He buries it.
Like Hoosiers.
Vita protecting the rim, fouled Ricochet. That ends a 9-0 Celtics run.
Celtics foul is on number 88.
This is 4 seconds on the shot clock. Hauser went to work. Look at this.
Number 5, Dyson Daniels.
You know how hard that shot is?
Celtics number 9, Derek White replaces Jordan Walsh.
Hitting that over Kispert, it did sort of look like a scene from Hoosiers.
You know, when you watch some of the older games, that like shot was like a normal shot back in the day.
So Hauser is 2 for 2 inside the arc, 0 for 2 outside the arc. Ricochet with the three-point play makes it 40-37. Here's Pritchard. Hits again! A moon ball from Pritchard. Yeah, it's the Pritching hour.
Okay, it's official.
Johnson trying to get himself going. Off the rim, K to the rebound. White, the drive. Traveled.
Oh, I thought he had him. No, this one's not easy. One of the best perimeter defenders in the game. He just rises up. Drew's right, man. That thing was higher than a shot clock. Boom ball.
Pritchard, when Brown has been out this year, averages almost 24 points a game and nearly 8 assists. That's the definition of a step-up guy. All square at 40. Daniels gives it up. Alexander Walker missed the three. Pritchard the rebound. Celtics a chance to take their first lead since it was 2-0. Pritchard to the left hand, can't bank it in. No foul.
You don't see Pritchard miss those very often.
Sprinting to get back into the play. Okongwu too strong. Pritchard the rebound. Jeez. He was just on the floor on the baseline on the other side of the court.
Does he have the energy to go to work right now?
Hauser. For three. Celtics take the lead.
That's a good read on that dribble handoff. That's almost impossible to stop if you can make that shot.
What a bounce back from the Celtics after the Hawks built a 16-point edge in the first. Johnson, little block work over Shireman for 2.
Jalen Johnson.
That's a nice addition to his game.
Shireman hoists. And hits. Big thumbs up.
Definitely thumbs up. When you get a roll like that, nothing more you can do. Where are the foam fingers where you got a thumbs up from Baylor?